Thursday night. You know what that means. We've got an edition of Mud Mule TV coming to your screens. It is the Mud Mules Esports Turf War 2024. Round 3. We are live here at New Richmond, USA, Cedar Lake Speedway for the super late model round here. I was about to just completely loop back around to the start of that introduction. A little bit nervous, not going to lie. Obviously, you guys know that we have been expanding the Mud Mules brand. The main brand is now Bobeth TV. Mud Mules is the dirt side of it, and we've got the asphalt Nascar side coming. We've got the senior circuit Nascar Cup League and the Australian NASCAR E-Series. So that's coming tonight, 8 p.m. Australian time. But yeah, we are also broadcasting to 3 separate locations at once. So we're broadcasting to our Facebook page, we're broadcasting to Twitch, and we are finally live on YouTube. So welcome back, Twitch viewers, and welcome to the broadcast YouTube viewers, and all you regular Facebook guys. Thank you, and girls. Thank you, Lolly, for the like, Mrs. Mud Mule. I shouldn't say that. That doxes you. People know who you are then. All right, we've got qualifying going on at the moment. Dustin Holmes, 12.826 is the quickest time here at Cedar Lake. We can see Robbie Milburn has the second quickest time. That is 12.871, 12.873 for Cody B. McDonald. Dalton Butcher, sorry, he is on our screens right now. The 38 car, he's in fourth with a 12.914. What was his last lap there? Not sure, but 12.917 for Alexander J. Smith in fifth. Derek Houston, Luke Rakoski, and unfortunately they've advanced through to the next heat, the first heat, so I've missed the rest of the qualifying field. All right, let's get down to the grid here and see who we've got in heat 1. All right, we have lining up on our track. Let's see if we can get a better idea of the boys here. That's not too bad. We'll go with this one. We see there pole position, the 59 Dustin Holmes, the 28 of Cody B. McDonald outside pole. Behind them will be the 9 of Alexander J. Smith, the 33 Luke Rakoski, the Preacher Man, there on the outside row. All right, you know the drill, 8 laps. This will decide the inside line. Actually, let's check. Let's see if it's 2 heats. Yeah, 2 heats and then our 50-lap feature. So the inside line decided by this particular race. Outside line will be decided by heat 2. About to get this one underway. Off we go. Great start by Dustin B. Holmes there. Cody B. McDonald in a second. Alexander J. Smith. Luke Rakoski has gotten past him there, I believe. Yeah, moved himself up into third. There's Alexander J. Smith back there in fourth. It's trying to get a bit of a wider view, and yeah, I'll see the late cams want to be as close as they possibly can there. Dustin Holmes, Cody B. McDonald racing it out. Luke Rakoski, Alexander Smith battling it out for third and fourth. Looks like Alex has got a bit of a network issue there. But nothing too serious, just a few blinks. Luke able to race alongside him without any concern. All right, halfway mark, just 4 laps remain in heat 1. Inside line set up for grabs. Who's going to get the pole position start? That is a very, very handy starting position, obviously. Right now, it's going to be Dustin Holmes. Cody B. McDonald really putting the pressure on him, though, with 3 to go. Will be 2 as they come out of 3 and 4 here. right, just the white flag lap to come. Barney's waving that one. Looks like it will be Dustin Holmes winning heat 1. Cody just tapping that wall there as he came out of the exit of 2. As they exit 4, get that checkered flag. Dustin Holmes first, Cody B. McDonald second, Preacher Man Luke Rakoski third, Alexander J. Smith fourth, and Brian Gunderson looks like he wasn't able to take the field in heat 1, so he will start on the rear of the inside line at heat 2. All right. Who have we got here? We see the 80 lining up on the track, the 38. The 80 is Robbie Milburn, the 38, the teammate Dalton Butcher, Kamikaze Motorsports, and then we've got the 88 of Travis McDonald behind them. We do have another car to line up on the 3rd spot. There he is. It's the 01, Derek Houston. Looks like we're going to get this one going any second. Alright, this of course Bobbeth TV, Mud Mule TV is the dirt show that we present. We will have NASCAR racing a lot more regular on the channel. So if you do have any good names for that, something that might fit with the Mud Mule sort of theme, yeah, but dirt, but asphalt related, then yeah, hopefully we can do that soon. The new guys, the Australian NASCAR E-League E-Series, have been absolutely awesome in accommodating the fact that I needed to sort of update my channel a little bit to accommodate this sudden swift shift into different sort of style of racing. So yeah, it's going to be a fun ride next couple of weeks, I reckon. Just as we sort of roll with the punches and get things sorted out, we've got some new overlays coming our way, so the screen's presentation will be slightly different, a little bit more in line with sort of the vision I have as a TV style broadcast, hence the name. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. Robbie Milburn up high. Looks like he has the momentum run out of the exit, but Dalton Bush down below him might have the shorter, quicker run. Start our 3rd lap. They are still side by side. Derek Houston as well back there. He's got the 88 of Travis McDonald back there behind him. Now, some viewers will know that name, Travis McDonald. He, of course, races in the Knuckleheads iRacing League Tuesday nights on Mud Mule TV, and there's been a crash. Unfortunately, the 080, the 080, Robbie Milburn coming into the wall just as he entered 3. Let's go back and just watch that one sort of play out. Let's see if we can see how it happened. Alright, looks like we'll go back to the far chase. It looks like as he came out, he just slapped the back of the car into the wall, which unfortunately force will send it back the opposite way, which spun him around and caused him to crash. Brought out our first caution of this. Oh, no, there is no caution. I am so sorry, guys. Let me get back to the live racing here. As Dalton Butcher, wins the race. Derek Houston 2nd, Travis McDonald 3rd, Robbie Milburn 4th. Sorry, I'm so used to cautions being called that I just went straight to the crash analysis, and the boys kept racing. So glad we could get back and capture Dalton Butcher securing outside pole, starting on the front row of the outside line for this 50-lap feature. Mud Mules Esports Turf War 2024. 6 rounds. This is our 3rd round. So coming to the halfway mark of this competition. Who can see out the first half in dominant style? Will it be Dustin Holmes? Will it be Dalton Butcher on the front row? Could it be Cody B. McDonald or Derek Houston on that 2nd row? 3rd row, it could be Luke Rakoski or Travis McDonald. Alexander J. Smith or Robbie Milburn back there on that final row. It looks like we haven't got Brian Gunderson here this evening with us. So he should officially score in 9th place, and we yeah, wish him the best of luck with whatever's kept him away from the racetrack. All right, the boys starting to roll around. All right, just while they're rolling around, and just while I give the other channels a bit of a shout out, obviously, yeah. So most of you guys watching this on Facebook, you'll see in the description we actually are live on three different platforms. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So Twitch for the last couple of days. Today's our first YouTube broadcast. So welcome to anyone that catches this live on YouTube or watches it rewatching. Appreciate you checking it out. And of course on Twitch now, I haven't been able to follow the people that have been jumping on via YouTube, but I just wanted to give a shout out to obviously the Real Mad Aussie, Jason Holdsworth, D-Mac, Muppet Bag. They're just some of the guys that followed the page yesterday on Twitch, and appreciate you giving me support, whether you check it out live or whether you go back and watch past streams. Hope you like what you see. All right, we're off and racing again. It's officially the second lap of this feature race. Dustin Holmes, our race leader. Dalton Butcher, Cody B. McDonald, Derek Houston, Luke Rakoski. That's the 5. Robbie Milburn, Alexander J. Smith, and Travis McDonald round out the remaining 3 cars. Was 9 cars registered. Unfortunately, Brian Gunderson not able to take the track, so he will officially be scored in 9th place. The final 8, though, they're going to race it out. And speaking of racing it out, there's Luke Rakoski, Derek Houston. I think that was also possibly Cody B. McDonald. Almost 3 wide there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Back behind the top 5, though, Robbie Milburn, Alexander J. Smith, and Travis McDonald. Up in front of those 3 guys, Dalton Butcher and Dustin Holmes, battling it out for the 1 and 2. You can see on the track map, they're starting to spread out a little bit. Dustin's got a bit of a lead on Dalton. But Cedar Lake, quite a racy track, so watch for this race to sort of evolve. We're currently riding along with the 01, Derek Houston, driver 01 on the socials. He is currently in 4th spot. Cody B. McDonald in front of him, Robbie Milburn behind him. 3rd to 5th seems to be where the racy action really is. Looks like Luke Rakoski dropped back to 6th place after his 3rd to 5th battle earlier. So he's going to contend with Travis McDonald and Alexander J. Smith as we come to the first 1/5. There's still a lot of racing to come of this race. Lap 10 underway of 50. The close racing there. Derek Houston, Robbie Milburn. Don't worry, they are friends in real life, so I certainly can go over to their house and punch them in the Yambag Jones. If they do anything silly. Robbie, talking to you. No. Alright, looks like the leader in 2nd place broken away, so that lead that Dustin Holmes had over Dalton Butcher, not so small anymore, but Dalton and Dustin have a good 2-second, probably 2.5 second lead from 3rd place and back. Cody B. McDonald, Derek Houston. The man we're riding along with right now, Robbie Milburn. He's got Luke Rakoski, Travis McDonald, and Alexander J. Smith behind him. Brooks, how are you, brother? Wish you were on the track in this competition, man. I really do. These guys you are very accustomed to racing with. Alright, we can see on the track map there. If it does change, we will go back to them but very soon. But Dustin Holmes, Dalton Butcher. Looks like Dalton's got enough speed to keep up with Dustin. Not really enough speed to get past him. So Dustin comfortably in the lead. But back here with Derek Houston, Cody B. McDonald just there in front of him. That is 3rd place. We can see 1st and 2nd just under Derek's visor there for a moment. Gives you a bit of a visual on how far ahead the boys actually are. But that pack, Cody B. McDonald, Derek Hughes, Rob Milburn, Luke Rutkowski. That is a tight pack. We can see on the track map. Back behind Luke is Travis McDonald, Alexander J. Smith, a few car lengths further back from Travis as we race to 20 of 50. Still 30 laps to come. Hard race this one. You've got to sort of just let the race out for a bit, like 30, 35 laps, whatever, maybe even a little bit more, and then start to race. You just got to make sure you're in a good position. You know, the guys we're racing with here, we're currently with Robbie Milburn in 5th. There's Derek Houston. Cody B. McDonald, we can just see him in front. Yeah, they're a bit back from the lead, but at the same time, they could be conserving tyres, could be just waiting for the track to come in a little bit more before they really start to give it to it, or the other cars up the front could fade. It is a 50-lap race. We know that anything over, say, 30 to 35 laps and tyre wear will come into play. As to how much and how hard, that depends on what you did those prior 30, 35 laps. So I think we're going to see some, we might see some positional changes, some gaps, either fall or grow in the next 10 laps as we hit the halfway mark, but we'll have to wait and see. 25 laps of green flag racing though on at Cedar Lake Speedway here in New Richmond. It's been pretty fun. Of course, it is the Mud Mules Turf Wars 2024 Super Late Model Series. And looking at that list of drivers, we know they're not going to make any silly mistakes or do anything dumb. Derek's car looks like he's starting to drive off too. Oh, we just missed a good angle for him, but we can see him there working down low on Robbie Milburn and the 28 of Cody B. McDonald. That's 3rd, 4th and 5th right there. I'll try and sort of say it's Derek, Cody and Robbie, but look, anything can happen. Oh, nice slider by Derek just up over Cody B. McDonald. Robbie Milburn sort of in a good position as well, so Cody not able to capitalise or cut under it. And Cody is going to fall back to 5th. Robbie's going to move up into 4th. Derek Houston 3rd. We watch him through 1 and 2. Let's see if Derek's going to continue that run that's got him there. It looks like he has, and I think you're right, Brooks. That momentum, he is getting a good run through there, and then that speed out is great. Pretty standard, looks very normal coming out of 4, but this one here too, he just he's down that backstretch before you even realise it. All right, looks like the 9 of Alexander J. Smith has got the lead. Cars, Dustin Holmes and Dalton Butcher coming up on them. Let's just jump up in the lead and see how they handle that with 17 to go. There's the 59. That's Dustin Holmes, that car we just saw at the bottom of the screen. That is the 9 of Alexander J. Smith. Having a bit of a blink issue, so I think that might be why he's a little bit off. So obviously when you blink, sometimes it doesn't register the speeds and stuff, so your laptops can be a little bit skew if you fall off the pack, and that's pretty much it. But we'll see how they handle it. Will it impact this chase? Will it allow Dalton to catch up a little bit? Will they both get past relatively quickly? Just 14 laps to come. It looks like Alexander's got himself an okay speed, but we can see that Dustin is the quicker of the two cars. Alexander staying it down low. Dustin and Dalton, too many D names. Dustin and Dalton up high, trying to get past him. But as I say, he is running a pretty good race, so it is a bit difficult at this stage to truly get past him. He doesn't really want to let off. I mean, I myself would let off and just sort of let him quickly by, get back on. It sucks, but it's just, I hate being involved in any of that sort of stuff. So yeah, because it just, yeah, you don't want to be a part of it. But Alexander not doing anything wrong. Looks like the boys successfully getting past him with 10 to go. Looking back at the relative, it's Robbie Milburn, Cody B. McDonald, now Derek Houston in fifth, Luke Rakoski sixth, seventh, Travis McDonald, Alexander J. Smith obviously in eighth. So I'm not sure what happened to Derek, but looks like the boys still trading positions from third to fifth. Let's have a look and see what's going on. All right, there's the 80 and the 28. That's Robbie Milburn and Cody B. McDonald. Back there behind them, that white 01, Derek Houston trying to rebuild that run that he had. We've got 7 laps remaining. It will be 6 to go. I can see on the track map that the boys are coming out of 1 and 2. Well, actually, it was meant to be 3 and 4, but they're already through 1 and 2. We've got to be excited there. Robbie tapped the wall. It's like, oh no. Not what you want to see. 5 to go as the boys cross that start finish line. These guys coming into 3 and 4. So the battle really there for third, fourth, and fifth. But we're going to jump with 5 to go. With 4 to go, you cannot miss a chance to watch first and second battle it out. And look at this. As soon as we get there, Dalton Butch is starting to make a move. Dustin Holmes has to defend. Oh my gosh! What a slider. You could not have put a bit of paper between those two cars. Very, very close. A little bit of contact afterwards as well. It looks like Dalton Butcher in at the wall due to that speed change. So that might kill that momentum with 2 to come. But this is it, the penultimate lap. On lap 49 of 50. I think Dalton put up a great fight, but this one is going to go to Dustin Holmes. Two boys from the Mid-South showing us how to dirt race and dirt race well. Dalton's got 1 lap, white flag. He said, I'm going to go for it. I can't leave anything out there. Can't not leave anything out there, sorry. What is the way to say that? I don't know. But he gave it a shot. And unfortunately for him, Dustin able to hold him off and win the Cedar Lake Speedway round of Mud Mules Turf Force 2024. Dalton Butcher, of course, second. Robbie Milburn, third. Cody B. McDonald, fourth. Derek Houston finishing in fifth. Luke Rakoski, sixth. Seventh, Travis McDonald. Alexander J. Smith in eighth. And, of course, Brian Gunnison will officially score in ninth, but unfortunately did not take the track. OP, thanks for following, brother. I've got to set up my alerts and stuff for Twitch and YouTube. I'm still sort of rolling around, learning all the extra ones. I've broadcast on Facebook for so long, and then so rudimentary. It's just on off. Here's what I want to display type of thing. So, yeah, awesome. Thank you, brother. Let's see. I haven't seen any chat in the Twitch though, but that's cool. That's cool. It's new. All right. Let's jump over to the Discord. We'll get a chat with some of those podium boys. I think no one's in the Discord, so we'll wait. We'll wait and see if anyone does jump in the green room. Then we'll have a chat. But yeah, I'm going to be excited to. As you guys know, I do this because I love the guys that I broadcast. You know, it's obviously look, yeah, they come to me, they pay me to do it, and obviously I'm remunerated. What's the phrase? It's yeah, it's a business transaction. But I've always come to be very fond of the leagues that I broadcast. Some leagues, obviously, if I don't broadcast them or you know whatever, sometimes it could be just availability, or we just don't mix. But generally, I'm very lucky in that I meet the people and we hit it off straight away. And you know, it's not about me getting good numbers and things like that. It's about me broadcasting some great racing and getting it out on to as many eyeballs as possible. And yeah, I want to see those guys do well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to check the numbers now that we've got 3 different places to broadcast to, and something that's been something that's been brought up a number of times in that some leagues, you know, there's one, the senior circuits, that they don't use Discord often, but there's some that don't use Facebook or view Facebook. You know, they only use Twitch or stream via YouTube. So it's good to be able to open up to those other audiences. All right, looks like we've got 1 and 2 in the green room, so we're going to grab Dalton Butcher first. Let's just do a quick sneaky check, make sure, yep, interview channel is enabled. And actually, no, we're not because we finally got third place. So, Dalton, hey, just wanted to bring you and say hi. I'm going to pop you back in the green room, mate, and I'll grab Robbie.
Sounds good.
All right. I remember how to count. 3 comes before 2 in this business. So, we'll start off with Robbie Milburn. He's qualified 8th here at Cedar Lake. It's a fairly competitive field at Cedar Lake. The lap times race speed is fairly similar across the field. You were a part of some awesome 3, 4, and 5th position battles, Robbie. Some 3 wide, some you were sort of defending or trying to battle guys that were going 3 wide. How fun was that race? Did it look as fun as it did from where I was?
It's more frustrating than anything else, to be honest with you.
I can definitely see what you mean by that. Some of the racing was quite tough. Now, was it you? I'm just trying to remember. There was a couple of sliders, a couple of. I don't mean this in a negative way, but calling them sliders is probably a misnomer. They happened so quick; it was literally just cars cutting across noses there. But I swear there's a few times, and I'm sure there was one you were involved in. Um, that I hope you can speak on. But they were so close. I would bet you would not be able to put a piece of like A4 paper between the 2 cars and not have one of them be touching that bit of paper. It was so close, but there was no contact. Um, yeah, how white knuckle were those?
Yeah, those were fun. I went for one at the end and hit the bump on entry into 1 and 2 and ended up just going straight and literally nosing into his door.
Yep.
So definitely didn't mean to do that one, but other than that, it was pretty clean. I was mostly frustrated. It seemed like I'd run up on a car and then it seemed like they'd magically know where I was and change their line, but
Yep.
we all know how that goes.
Yep. It's look if it's it reminds me of that old saying that yeah, if they're in their mirror, you're in their head, and that can make it very interesting for all parties. Now there was one battle there between yourself, Travis. Sorry, yourself, Cody. Cody is family of Travis. Yourself, Cody, and Derek, where I think the best way to describe it was the relative was always changing, but it was pretty much Derek on the low line, um, Cody on the middle line, and you on the high line, and or you might have been on the middle and Cody on the high line. But anyway, Derek threw a slider or did a bit of a lane shift in front of Cody, and that was another one. That I thought, whoa, yeah, there was very little room there. But then at the same time, you had a bit of a line that you were running that sort of basically unintentionally cut Cody off. Uh, you did nothing wrong in that situation. Obviously, Travis did nothing. Sorry, Derek did nothing wrong in that situation. Same with Cody. But was it hard to sort of control what you were doing while reacting and seeing what how Derek like were you concerned for Derek at any time more so for yourself or like do you know the moment I'm talking about?
Yeah, is when we finally were able to get around, yeah, for lack of
Mm,
words, the slower car. Um, so we were all just trying to go where they weren't, just try to, because it ended up being almost like one line, so we just had to just try to get
so
around them.
pick and choose and try and work it. Yeah, yeah,
But by the time that happened, it seemed like my tires was absolutely just roasted, so I couldn't do anything going forward. So Cody ran a good race and was faster than me at the end. Um, and definitely, if he's listening to this, I apologize for that last move where I drove in there for a slider and just nosed the car in the ground and then pushed right into his door. So that pissed me off, frankly, if it happened to me. So if
yeah.
he's listening, I apologize to him because I see he's already left the. I think he's already left the game, so I can't even really apologize in there.
In the race. Yep, yep.
But no, it was there's a whole lot going on, so it was
Mm,
hard going in there and just trying to be aware of where all the cars were around you because there's 3 cars sometimes going for one line, and sometimes you had to check up, sometimes you had to try to hit the gap. It's just a whole lot going on right there.
yep.
Frankly, I can't really complain because if I wasn't an idiot and just tried to push too hard in the heat, I wouldn't be in the back because I drove in there and knocked the wheels off the thing.
Yep,
So.
yep, yep. And that's look. We've spoken about this before. That's why I say we joke a lot, but I love having you in the booth because you are um, honest, and it's you call it how you see it, and call yourself out at the same time if you've done that. And look, I know that a lot of the guys that race here know you, and obviously know that nothing's intentional, as in. And I even said it in the broadcast that these guys will try things and go for last lap moves in the heats and stuff like that, but nothing. It's not done like well, we see it on iDirt and stuff all the time. Yeah, guys just beelining
Right. Yeah.
straight up to the car to take them out, type of thing. So, yeah, I definitely think, and I feel like I know that Travis rewatches these and checks them out, and I see him a lot and stuff. So I know that Cody would definitely come across it and know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
plan on trying to hit him up on Discord after this,
I think
just to
I
let him
think
know I
there
didn't
might
mean
be.
to,
I can see some
but
conversation in general that
I
I think might. Cool. All right, let's move from that subject then. Let Luke revisit that one himself. Um, but no, other than that, you had some awesome battles. I mean, that was Cedar Lake. I've spoken about it to you guys in the past. I was looking forward to this round. It's one of those late model. I think any sort of late models on this race are. Was Brian Gatterson on the track? I don't think he raced.
I think
Um,
he got a packet loss,
uh,
but I'm
um,
not sure.
yeah, so some great racing, and as I say, Cedar Lake, it's one of those tracks where it has its own uniqueness, the bump in one, etc., etc. That yeah, it just adds that few extra levels. But no, as I say, I think that from what I saw, there was no dirty or bad racing. It was just racing. So and anything that came out of that, I mean, let's face it, we went 50 laps green. Anything that came out of that was just hard positional stuff that just happens. That's what dirt racing is for me. But
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Frustrating.
yeah,
I'll apologize. I'll call myself an idiot.
yep.
It is on me, but overall, good group is pretty decent racing, but yeah, just frustrating with myself.
Yep. All right. Well, 50 laps
But
at Foals next week. So definitely, you're only
yeah,
as good as your
just
next race. So good luck with that one.
just in time for another close contact track.
And then Lernerville and Eldora. So the next 3 weeks have got their own fun coming through, their own unique reasons. So yeah, look forward to that, man. Look, congratulations. 8th to 3rd is in this field is pretty damn good. And as I say, watching that 3rd to 5th battle, it wasn't just you, Cody, and Derek. There were a few other cars involved in that. Luke was up there for a while, as well as Travis was battling at the back part of that. So yeah, to come out on top of that group after that end of that race is a great outcome. So congratulations. Before we let you go, friends, family, teammates. Obviously, we're about to go speak to a couple of them, or one of them next. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, as always, my wife for letting me hop on here.
Oh, Dustin's a
You for
teammate as well, isn't
broadcasting.
he?
Yes, sir. Um, you for broadcasting, Luke for putting it on, and of course Dustin, Dalton, and the whole Matt. Even though we don't see him too often anymore, the whole kamikaze deal team. Um, a lot of good guys over there, and they're all very fast. So if you get stuck behind anyone, or if you make a mistake, they're definitely just gonna drive away from you.
Definitely, definitely. And if you're behind them, waiting for one of them to make a mistake, it's not likely to come.
Unless it's me, because I did tonight. And I appreciate it. I'll go take blame for any. I haven't read anything. I'll go take blame if need be. But it's what it is. Appreciate you, the whole league, Luke. So yeah, hopefully
Definitely.
on to a better race next week.
That's it, my man. That's it. Put this one behind us and on to next week. Best of luck. And also best of luck for you and the boys with whatever other races you've got going on before we get back here next Thursday night. And we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Have a good
Thank
one.
you. All right. That was our third place finisher of. For, damn it. That is our third place finisher, Robbie Milburn. All right, we're going to move up to his teammate, Dalton Butcher. Basically, we've just reversed the order from last week, really. So Lanier, just to give you guys an idea, it was Robbie first, Dalton second, Dustin third. That was the first Kamikaze Motorsports 1, 2, and 3 here in the Turf War 2024 comp. And now this week, obviously, it's the other order: Robbie, Dalton, and Dustin. So let's get to the second person, the meat in that Kamikaze sandwich, Mr. Dalton Butcher. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Now that race, obviously, you guys winning, Dustin and yourself winning your respective heats, getting yourself on that front row. The battle was always going to be you guys coming out of the gates, and depending on what the boys behind you could do, obviously would influence that. But it looked like Dustin just had that run uh, off the start, and I don't know if you were conserving tyres or just staying back, but it looked like he had enough speed at times to catch up to him or to close the gap, but not enough to really sort of get up there and battle him until the later stages, obviously just prior to the last sort of 10 laps, and then once after you guys got past the 9 car the rear of field and resume that race. It looked like you were able to sort of get back to trying to get enough speed up to him, but keep some in reserve or find that line that was sort of a counter to him. Um, but he just managed to hold you off. That last lap effort, even that was great. Um, really, you can't really beat yourself up about that race. But were you surprised you were able to do so well and keep up with the teammates and get the 1, 2, and 3, or was Cedar Lake sort of a no-brainer for you?
Nah, pretty much every track on the schedule, I feel pretty confident. I felt like I was very slow off the start. Like he jumped me on the start and he was gone. Like I didn't think I was even going to catch him. But
Yeah,
um,
that very first start, yeah.
yeah, I mean I was terrible on the start. I was just sleeping. But as the race went on, it kept moving up, and that's where I'm comfortable at. Like you put me against the wall, and that's where I'm making up the ground. So once it got really high in 1 and 2, I started pulling him close, and I was running the crumbs in 3 and 4, and he was trying to run like a slaughter. So I was keeping up momentum and closed him in, slid him, and had I made that stick and not smoked the wall, we might have had a different scenario. But driver error, I smoked the wall coming out of 4, and he got away with it. So nothing bad to say about him. He's a great teammate to race against, super clean. Congrats to him on getting his first win.
Yeah, definitely well deserved. Now, I know obviously this question by itself can be a bone of contention, but obviously I mean nothing by it. But did you have a mirror? Could you see the battles going on between third and fourth and fifth? Most of the time it was Robbie, Cody, B. McDonald, and Derek Houston, but there was Luke and Travis up there as well for a time. Could you see any of that battle going on back there? Were you sort of like concerned that these guys were going to like just form a train and get up to you guys? Did you have any knowledge of it?
Nah, to be honest with you, brother, I don't look at the mirror unless I'm going to slide somebody. It's just to make sure I can clear them. So I had no clue what was going on. But after this broadcast is done, I'm definitely going to go back and watch, see what was going on back there.
Definitely was it was. I mean, you guys definitely put on a show for a bit of the race up in 1 and 2, but when there's that sort of thing, and I can keep an eye on it via the track map and get up there if you get up there and battle him, sort of thing, to the point where we can watch those guys at the back or in the middle, sort of do those positional battles. Yeah, there were some really good ones tonight. As I said, I think the best ones was between Robbie, Cody, and Derek. They were. Basically every one of them spent time in third, fourth, or fifth, and all had to defend and all had to really throw stuff at each other. And yeah, it was quite fun to watch. But with the last 10, we did get back up and watch you get those last sort of ditch effort in where you sort of go down low and try and work something out, and then that last line, last lap effort. So no, it was really good watching you race, and the Kamikaze boys. That's 2 out of 3. Let's see. Do you think you can keep the? I'm not sure Robbie does, but do you think you can keep this sort of kamikaze streak running next week at Faust?
That's the plan, brother. We're trying to keep them all up top.
That's it. That is it. Makes it easy for Luke to send the big checks. Uh, just
send it all to the same address,
that's
Luke.
it. Send it to the esports house, the Kamikaze Motorsports clubhouse. and everything will be good. But no, I joke. But this field, very good drivers. I know some of them from the Knuckleheads iRacing leagues that I broadcast at the start of the week. Obviously, yeah, I know you guys and everyone from the Mud Mules and some of the various groups that have formed out of that. So, no, love seeing you guys enjoy the success you guys are getting, individually and as a team. It's little doubt that if you get those sorts of guys, those guys together, it's going to rub off. You're all going to benefit, and for you to pick up your first win in the turf war, I think that's just a perfect example. Not your first win.
Yeah,
Sorry, your
no doubt.
first. Your teammate's first win is what I meant. Dustin's. I kept doing that all night, calling you Dustin and him Dalton. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we've all three of us have got a win so far, so
Yeah,
we'll see
yeah.
who comes out on
That
top at the end.
that's it. That's it. You'll have to work that out behind the scenes, I guess, in terms of who's going to do the math and go. All right, well, it's my turn to win this season. You guys can have the next one. But no, in all seriousness, as I say, dominating run by you guys. We heard about the team from Robbie. Don't mind hearing about him again. But who do you want to give shout out to, friends, family, and sponsor wise?
Yeah, for sure. I got to start with my boys at Kamikaze Motorsports out here doing big things. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Got to shout out my boy Kyler, my old lady, for letting me do this every night. Shout out to you for the broadcast and Luke for putting it on. And I believe that'll be it for me, bro.
Uh, Definitely, man. Definitely. Well, best of luck. As I said to Robbie, best of luck for the team. Hope you guys enjoyed that success because you all deserve it. But best of luck individually. Best of luck next week. And yeah, we'll see you again next Thursday.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. All right, that was Dalton Butcher. He was our second place finisher, our second guy from the Kamikaze Motorsports in the booth tonight alongside Robbie Milburn. Now we're going to go a 3 for 3. These guys have each won a race. This is his debut win in the Mud Mule Turf War 2024. Dustin Holmes, congratulations, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it very much.
Now, obviously, I got in a bit late, so watching qualifying, saw that you had a great qualifying time. It really sort of set the scene for the night. Obviously, starting in Heat 1, pole position, winning there gives you that feature pole position start. And I think, not to take away from your efforts, but Heat 1, I would rather race a pole position Heat 1 than a pole position in any other heat any day. But yeah,
Agree.
you capitalized. Now, let's talk about that jump start. No, that start, they were sleeping, buddy. You just got out of there. And it was very much, I was saying to Dalton, some of my broadcasting style is like, I give the front guys props and give them airtime, but I don't like to just watch a race that's just the first, the top three guys, and you don't get to see any of the other battles. So if I can track a race by the track map, I'll go back a few positions and look at the middle of the field and watch that race out. So when you got off to that start, I was like, well, we're probably not going to see Dustin too much tonight. But we did see Dalton get up to you pretty quickly. And once he sort of was able to sort of build that up, you held off pretty much all the challenges well. I think there was one time where relative wise or low line wise, if we tracked lead changes, I reckon there would have been at least one where he got that nose in front. But throwing everything at you, do you think it's helpful for you defending against a teammate in that situation because you race together, you know each other, you sort of know their limits and capabilities, or is it harder to sort of defend against that?
Oh man, I to be honest, I don't know. I really thought if the track got like it was, I thought Dalton would get by me. I know where he's good. He's good up on the wall. So I really thought once it got up there, I thought he'd catch me, and I thought he'd pass me and he'd win the race. To be honest, so I don't know if that makes it easier or harder. Maybe it sets expectations, but I'm generally better in the middle bottom. So I really thought when I saw where the track was, I thought he would get me, but somehow I managed to hold him off. I think he messed up a couple of times. So
Yeah, yeah, it was that one of that things like Cedar Lake. Um, if you are trying to cut the track off and someone's racing a bit of a higher line, then obviously you've got to come in nice and low, and you've got that bump in one that if you don't hit properly, it can throw that bit off. And obviously, as you know, once you've been thrown off a little bit, you've got to go all the way back around, start that lap again, to really sort of optimize it. So I think there's a few little issues there. I think there was one where he just barely tapped the wall out of exit of four on the front stretch, and it didn't penalise him, but it undid all that hard. I think that's the problem was is that he was working hard and fast. I mean, his quickest lap time was 12:9.63 to yours 13:032, but just those little issues would just undo that hard work. It wouldn't penalise him or make it so that third and fourth place suddenly were on his tail, but it would sort of two steps forward, one step back sort of situation.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sure he was faster than me there for a bit. It's hard, catching a guy and passing a guy are two different things.
Yeah,
It's much harder to pass somebody. So he definitely caught me. He slid me once, and it was
that
close.
was
We
that one
laughed
was
about it, but
yeah that there was about three or four sliders, um, and they all pretty much involved a Kamikaze Motorsports guy either receiving or giving. And I reckon there was not one of them that you would have slid a piece of A4 paper through the between the cars where one of the there would have been some contact in the middle sliding that like that were how they like the faith you lads had in netcode tonight was amazing.
yeah, well, I'm not really all that good at sliders, so I just I got lucky that he cleared me, and honestly, when he ran across my nose, I think he's too sideways. I don't think he'll get off the corner, so I thought I'd be fine. But then I think he got in the wall too there, so he made a good run at it. It was a good race. It was fun for those last few laps for sure.
Yeah. Now, obviously being Australian, I say some of the track names differently. So if and I don't know how new to that you are, but so I don't know if I even know if I'm ever saying it correctly. But Foals, Fowls next week. Um, what is this? Federated Auto Parts Raceway, isn't it?
No, it's a
That's
Fairbury.
Fowls is February. What?
Yeah,
Why did I
yeah.
just write
It's
February? Even then,
it's yeah, it's Fairbury American Legion Speedway, I think is what it stands for.
There we go. That makes a lot more sense then. Um, February, Lernerville, and then Eldora. The last three tracks were pretty much at the halfway of the season. How do you feel yourself with those sort of upcoming tracks?
None are my favorite, I'll tell you that. I like Lima Land. I like the small track. I like two opposite tracks. I like Lima Land and Williams Grove, which are like
Oh,
complete
yeah,
opposite,
yeah,
right? But those are the two tracks I'm probably best at. I like those. Falls, I'm okay if it goes to the middle. I'm not all that good on the wall. Lernerville, I'm okay. And then Eldora, I picked Dalton on Eldora. That's his place.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll have to see.
Definitely, definitely. I know Robbie. We've had a few our own sort of virtual world 100s and stuff, and yeah, seen some of the guys. It's a great Eldora is a great track because there are a few different lines that you can run. There's maybe three or four sort of distinct lines and then variations thereof. But then at the same time, those lines do contradict other lines. So watching you guys all sort of try and like Eldora, definitely one of my favorite ones to watch. I feel like Eldora is sort of a Eldora and Charlotte. I feel like are the Daytona and the Talladega of the
Yeah.
dirt world. They're the super speedways, the bigger sort of racetracks, and I really enjoy them. So now, looking forward to that.
Yeah, Charlotte's one of my favorites too. I'd probably put it right there in the top five for me. Eldora's, I'm okay at Eldora. I think it'll be interesting. I find that on the newer build of iRacing, Eldora, the line moves around a lot. So
Yep.
it's like or at least for me, it feels like I'm constantly searching for the right lines. And I think that race will be whoever finds the right line, or if it goes to the wall, it's Dalton. That's what I think.
Yep. All right. So, first person to find the right line versus Dalton just blasting that high line, and he's right. Really, is
Yeah.
going to come out silver shiny and nice and sharp and can cut through leather. No, I agree. I reckon, yeah, it's that high line, especially like one and twos are sort of a natural high line at Eldora, but anyone that can sort of get that three and four high line running, where it's just pure momentum and that spit out of the exit type of thing, which we saw Derek have tonight in two. He was just unstoppable out of two. Just the traffic that sort of kept him back where he was. He could have easily been up with you guys, sort of battling as well. But yeah,
Right.
Eldora, it's like you're watching someone on a rail. It's going around the track, and yeah, that comes in. That's going to be a bit tricky, but I reckon those conflicting lines might may put a dampener on any possibilities there. We'll have to wait and see, though. All right, man. Look, I've wished all the other Kamikaze Motorsports guys the best. For the team. You guys, obviously, it's a great team and some really good guys in there. So I'm confident that no matter what knowledge or sort of what sort of racing ceiling you've got yourself set at, that these boys, will just as a unit will bring everyone along for the ride, and everyone will get better from it. And we can see that here. None more a bigger example than the last three races. So best
Yeah.
of luck. Friends, family, sponsors, though, man. Who do you need to give a shout out to for being able to do this?
Well, obviously, Kamikaze, Dalton, and Robbie, hanging out with them racing makes it a whole lot more fun. That's for sure.
Yes,
I'd appreciate you for the broadcast. It
thank you.
brings another level of fun, and I enjoy the interviews, and I enjoy going back and listening to them after the race. So I appreciate that very much. And then Luke for putting on the league. Without that, we wouldn't have this place to race and the platform. So I'd say that's about it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I always same. If it wasn't for excellent promoters like Luke getting really good drivers together for a league, my broadcast would be dull. So you guys put on the show, and I'm just here to make sure that as many people that can see it can watch it. So no, thank you guys for putting on a great show like you did tonight, man. Best of luck next week. Best of luck with whatever races you've got going on. But no doubt we'll talk soon, and we'll see you again Thursday night.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. All
All right.
right, that was Dustin Holmes. Here's our first place finisher here tonight. All three members of Kamikaze Motorsports: Robbie Milburn third, Dalton Butcher second, Dustin Holmes first. Last week it was Robbie Milburn. The week before that, Dalton Butcher got the win. So Kamikaze Motorsports really off to a great start team wise. This competition was originally designed as a team-based competition, but just due to some scheduling issues, obviously it's just become driver versus driver. But I think for everyone else, they're kind of lucky that that happened, because Kamikaze Motorsports would be very, very, very hard to beat at this point in the competition. All right, guys and girls, that wraps up our first ever simultaneous broadcast. Is that the word? Um, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So welcome YouTube. G'day again, Twitch, and of course all my beautiful regulars over at Facebook. Thank you so much for coming along. I've been told to tell that apparently you're beautiful. Someone's been stalking you and they've passed me a note and said, "Hey, Jay, your audience is beautiful." But love to you all, and we'll see you tonight. The first ever Australian Racing League, Australian NASCAR E Series, coming to your screens via Bobith TV. Um, yeah, that's going to be a big, big race. That's at 8 p.m. Australian time. So for anyone that wants to sort of work out the math, that is in 6.5 hours. So yeah, I better go have a break, because 6.5 hours is very little time, and get ready for that broadcast. So yeah, look, please, if you want to check us out on the various platforms, the links are in the description. There's obviously the YouTube page, youtube.com/at Bobith, the at symbol Bobith, and Bobith TV, and then twitch.tv/Bobith TV. Please, yeah, if you could give us a follow, if you could subscribe and follow those pages, that would be amazing. And it's up to you which one you get to watch them on. So it works out for everyone. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for coming out and watching the Mud Mules Turf War 2024. Really appreciate you all